A very welcome to everyone who's attending today's class. So in today's class, you're going to see about the universe in general. That is, you're going to see world geography in its entirety. So this is going to be a quick introduction about the topics in world geography. So these are the topics that we're going to cover in today's class. It's about the universe, the earth, atmosphere and climate, and global geographical data such as landforms, rivers, cyclones, canals, peaks, oceans, waterfalls, and so many other things. So this class could be said that it is a quick introduction to everything else that we're going to cover in world geography going forward, or it's going to be a quick revision for the people who have already covered world geography once or twice. So let's start with the first topic, universe. So what do we call as the universe? So universe is nothing but the totality of everything that exists, including all physical matter, such as the energy, the plants, the stars, and etc. So among that, we live in a planet called the Earth, which you might all have been aware of. So there are different planets. So we're going to see what are the planets that there are around us, among which how our Earth is special among it, and what are the different landforms which make Earth the special planet that it is. Right. So cosmology is basically the study of the universe, and Earth's movement is called as galactic movement. We know the meaning of the word galaxy. Galaxy is nothing but the collection of the stars around us. So similarly, Earth is said to be on a galactic movement. And the galaxies, there are totally 100 billion galaxies and 100 billion stars. So totally there are 100 billion galaxies in the universe, and there are 100 billion stars in several of those is galaxies. And the galaxy that we are currently there is called as the Milky Way, and the galaxy nearest to it is called as the Andromeda. This is an important one mark, so you could be aware of it. All planets are in spherical shape due to geography. So planets are in spherical shape due to gravity, because gravity pulls the planet downwards, which creates a sphere instead of a circle. Planets by itself do not have light or heat on their own. Stars are heavenly bodies made up of hot burning gases, and they shine by emitting their own light. So stars emit their own light, whereas planets do not emit their own light. They simply observe the light of the other stars, such as the sun. So they do not have light or heat of their own, which is a key difference between stars and planets. Okay, so what is a black hole? Black hole are stars, but they have mass greater than 3 times that of the sun with such strong gravity. So black holes have strong mass. They have a very strong mass which is almost 3 times that of the sun. And also they have such a strong gravity that nothing can enter it, be it light or energy or anything else, and it absorbs whatever it absorbs anything that comes near it. Hence, black holes are basically just a huge darkness, which is how it's often referred in the sci-fi movies. And then we have comets. Comets are made up of frozen gases orbiting the sun in elongated spherical paths, tail away pointing from the sun. So one important example of comet that we often see is the Halley's Comet. We'll be seeing about it in further classes. And then we have constellations. Constellations are unit dividing the sky for identifying star positions. So constellations are basically man-made structures which are used to identify the star positions. There are totally 88 known constellations to mankind. So a quick revision of everything that we've seen up till now. So we've seen what a star is. There are different types of okay, so we'll start from cosmology. Cosmology is nothing but the study of the universe, and then we have different kinds of stars. Stars emit their own light, and we have black hole which is a type of star, but black hole's mass is 3 times that of the sun, and hence no light or energy can escape it, and hence it's just a huge darkness. And then we have planets. Planets, unlike stars, do not have light or energy, do not emit light or energy of their own, so they just observe and re-emit it in some cases, and they are in spherical in shape due to gravity. There are different types of planets. We live in among it in a planet called Earth. So we'll be seeing the further things later. And then we saw what a comet is. A comet is made up of frozen gases. There is a comet called Halley's Comet, which we'll be seeing in further classes. And then we have constellations. There are 88 known constellations for mankind. So constellations are which man identified objects for identifying the star positions, units dividing the sky for identifying the star positions. And then we have satellites. Satellites are heavenly bodies which revolve around the planets. Among that we have an important satellite called the moon. So the moon is Earth's natural satellite. A satellite is nothing but a heavenly body which revolves another object. So there is Earth and there is a moon which is constantly revolving Earth. So moon is called as the natural satellite of the Earth. And then moon's revolution speed is very important. It is 27 days, 77 hours, 43 minutes. 27 days, 7 hours, 43 minutes and 11.47 seconds. Right. And the diameter of the moon is 3476. The distance between the earth and moon is 364,365. So remember 3,84,000 something. So the distance between the earth and the moon. The earth and the moon distance is 3,84,000 something kilometers, and then the diameter of moon is 3,476. 3,476. Contains the Sea of Tranquility and the Ocean of Storms. It contains the Sea of Tranquility and the Ocean of Storms. Sea of Tranquility is nothing but a mass plane on the moon surface, landing site of Apollo 11. So landing site of Apollo 11 is called as the Sea of Tranquility, and the Ocean of Storms is nothing but a large surface of the moon on the visible site. There is a large surface on the moon. So moon mela pathana Sea of Tranquility they call, which is nothing but the landing site of Apollo 7, and the Ocean of Storms, which is a large surface on the visible side. Visible side because the ocean has two sides. One is the visible side and the back side is called as the the side which is not visible, but this is the visible side. So visible side la irukka Ocean of Storms is a large surface. That's all. And the Sea of Tranquility is the landing point of Apollo 11. So tides are caused by the gravitational pull of the moon. We definitely have known this. The thin gaseous envelope around the moon is called as the lunar exosphere. Similar to the earth, in which we have different types of atmospheres, which will be also being seeing further. The top surface of moon is called as the lunar exosphere. The time taken to reach moon is 1.3 seconds. The time of sunlight to basically reach moon from earth is 1.3 seconds, unlike the time taken from sun to earth, which is something in 8, which we'll be seeing further. So what does the solar system compose of? So now we are talking about the solar system. So among the different galaxies, among the hundreds and thousands of galaxies that are in the universe, so we saw that there are totally 100 billion galaxies, around 100 billion galaxies in the universe, among which one of the galaxy that we live is called as the Milky Way galaxy, and in that we saw the galaxy nearest to the Milky Way galaxy is the Andromeda galaxy, and inside the Milky Way galaxy there are thousands of systems, among which the solar system is the system that we exist in. So we are now seeing about the solar system. The solar system comprises of the sun, 8 planets and their satellites or moons, and thousands of other heavenly bodies called as the asteroids, the comets and the meteors. So far we've seen nothing about the asteroids. About comets, we've seen that it is made up of frozen gases, and that Halley's Comet is a type of comet. We haven't seen much about meteors and asteroids so far. So basically they've told us there is the sun and there are 8 planets. So we'll see quickly what are the names of the planets. There is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. We can remember this definitely. We know Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and then you can remember it as Sun, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune, which is often the tricky part that we forget. So Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter and Sun, which is Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Now we can see the characteristics of each of the planets. So Sun, first and foremost, is the center of the universe. So Sun is the center of the universe. Around the Sun, the planets revolve in the further order. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter and then the Sun. Sun is the nearest star to the Earth and the temperature of the core is 1 crore Celsius. The time taken is 8 minutes 16.6 seconds. So previously we seen that the time taken from Moon to Earth is 1.3 seconds. Now from Sun to Earth is 8 minutes 16.6 seconds is an important data. And the average distance from the Earth is 149,598,900. So to say it's basically 14, this is lakh, this is crore, okay, so it's 14 crore 9598, 900. We can remember it as 900. Previously, quick revision, we've seen that the distance between Earth to Moon is 1,85,000 something. Yes, we'll just check it. Sorry, 3,84,000 something. So it's 3,84,000 something. 3,84,000 something is the distance between the Earth and the Moon. And the distance between Sun and the Earth is 1495,98,900. 1495,98,900. This is another important fact. Solar flare is the magnetic storm on Earth. Supernova is the explosive death of a star. Supernova is an explosive death of a star and solar flare is a magnetic storm on Earth. So these are data we've already seen. Rotation speed. The Sun takes 25.38 days with respect to the equator and 33 days with respect to the poles. It takes what? 25.38 days. 25.38 days. This is different to the time taken by the Moon, which was around 25 days. We'll go see the exact data once again. So 25 days, 27 days, 7 hours, 43 minutes and 11.47 seconds. 27, 7, 43, 11.47. Whereas the Sun takes 25.38 days. The Moon finishes one revolution as well as one rotation in the same time period. So as long as it revolves around the Earth, it just goes in the same side. Hence, only one side of the Moon is visible to the Earth and the other side remains invisible. So visible side one large surface is only called as the ocean of storms. Is that right? Yes. That is right. Okay, so now we'll quickly see data about the various planets that we've covered in the solar system. So far we've just seen what the name of the planets were. So now we'll be seeing how these planets are, what are these planets popular for. So unsurprisingly, Mercury does the fastest revolution. So one revolution is nothing but the time taken to revolve around the Sun. So Mercury is the nearest, so surprisingly it is the most fastest. Unsurprisingly it is the most fastest because it is obviously the nearest. And then the slowest must be Neptune. Yes, again the nearest planet is Mercury and the farthest planet is again Neptune. The fastest revolution is Mercury. Yes, we've seen that. The slowest revolution is Neptune. That too is covered. And again, the coldest planet is Neptune. No surprise there because it is the farthest. So, Earth's time taken for sunlight to reaching is only 8 minutes and 16.6. But being Neptune so far, the time for the sunlight to reach there must be very, very slow. Hence, it is the coldest planet and also the slowest planet to finish a revolution. Also, the farthest planet so far. And then the brightest planet is the Venus. Venus is the brightest planet and unsurprisingly it is also the hottest planet. Mercury could be the one which is very, very near, but the second one which is near Venus is the hottest as well as the brightest planet, which is also called as the Lucifer. The densest planet is Earth. Dense in sense it has the highest volume, hence it is the densest planet. The coldest planet is Neptune, which has been covered. The fastest rotation is Jupiter. Jupiter is the fastest rotation, and surprisingly it is also the biggest planet, biggest in size. Volume the highest is Earth, but biggest in size is Jupiter, but it is also the one which is rotating the fast, which is quite a surprise. And then the slowest rotation is Venus. The Venus, which is also the brightest and hottest, is also the slowest. So quick revision so far. The fastest revolution is Mercury, and nearest is also Mercury. The slowest revolution is Neptune, and farthest is Neptune. Also Neptune is the coldest. Venus is the brightest, hottest, as well as slowest in rotation, not revolution, slowest in rotation. Whereas Jupiter is the biggest planet in size, but it is also the fastest in rotation. Venus is also called as a Lucifer, and Earth is the densest planet, which means it has the highest volume. Planet with maximum satellites is Saturn. Even in Saturn's images, we can see a lot of rings around it. It has the largest satellites. It also has rings around it. And then the red planet is Mars. Mars is the red planet, which is why it is called as Mangalyaan, red. And then blue planet is Earth, because it is covered by seas and oceans. Green planet is Uranus. Green planet is Uranus. The evening and morning star is called as Venus, because it is the brightest. So remember, it is called as the evening and the morning star. Earth's twin is also Venus. Earth's twin is also Venus, means it has almost a similar, or we can say the most similar among the other planets. And then the only planet with atmosphere like Earth is Titan. So Titan is not in our solar system, but it is another solar system, but it is found to be having the most similar structure to that of Earth. Fastest planet to go around the sun is Mercury, which is, since it is the nearest. We've already covered this, but it goes in 47 kilometers per second. And also the smallest planet. This is something that we haven't covered. So this is the smallest planet. Unlike Jupiter, which is the biggest planet, Mercury is the smallest planet. We've seen that Jupiter does the fastest rotation. It takes about 9.9 hours. Earth completes one rotation in around 24 hours. Jupiter completes it in 9.9 hours, and Venus, which is the slowest, covers it in 243 days. Wow. Okay. So now we'll just see a quick classification of the planets. There are the inner planets, which is the first four: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, which are called as the inner planets. Means they are terrestrial or rocky. They are more rocky structure. And the last four are called as the gaseous planets or the outer planets, which means they are more made up of gas. Jupiter and the Sun, that is Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Also, the inner planets are nearer to the Sun, and the outer planets are most farther to the Sun, as evident from the diagram. Asteroids are small planetary bodies that revolve around the Sun and found in between Mars and Jupiter. So, in between the boundary of the terrestrial planets and the gaseous planets, the most number of asteroids have been found. Asteroids are sometimes called as minor planets. Meteors are also called as shooting stars. So meteors are rock fragments entering the Earth's atmosphere and laid on the Earth. So meteors enter the Earth's atmosphere and sometimes laid on the Earth, or sometimes get hit in the atmosphere itself and break up. Meteoroids do not burn completely in the Earth's atmosphere and land on the Earth. So they get burnt up, but not completely, and still land on the surface of Earth. That is called as meteoroids. So there are various proportions of nickel ion alloy. So rock fragments entering the Earth's atmosphere form due to collision from the asteroids. They form. Okay. So we've seen the classification, and then we can quickly see about the dwarf planet. Dwarf planet is defined by the International Astronomical Union as a celestial body in direct orbit of the Sun, mass enough for its shape to be controlled by gravity, but has not cleared its neighborhood. Example is Pluto and Ceres. So Pluto was, as we all know, initially was a dwarf planet, but then it was classified as a dwarf planet. Pluto and Ceres, it is defined by the International Celestial Body in direct orbit of the Sun. So it is also directly orbiting the Sun, but it is not cleared its neighborhood, means it has a lot in its neighborhood to be defined as a separate planet. Its size is also small, it's massive enough to be controlled by gravity. So it does have gravity, but it is not cleared its neighborhood, which is a major reason it is defined as a dwarf planet. Okay, so light year. So light year is the distance traveled by light in speed of 3 power 10 8 exactly. An astronomical unit is the distance between Earth and the Sun, which is 14 crore 95 something, 1495, 98, 900 like we saw. So this is the distance between Earth and the Sun, which is called as 1 AU. So that's what we are going to see in today's video. Continue seeing tomorrow's video for cosmological theories and the different types of Earth. Different characteristics about the Earth, and then we'll be going inside imaginary lines, latitudes, and then atmospheric climate, landforms, and various geographical data about the world, with special focus on India, of course. Thank you.